Hello there, ladies and gents. It is I, Mr. Emo Raccoon, back again on this platform we call YouTube, and today, I guess Rockstar just don't know the definition of just run a stable online game. And you might say to yourself, well, what do you mean by that, Mr. Emo Raccoon? Well, today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about another game-breaking bug in GTA Online that's going to be not directly a follow-up to my previous video, but it's something that I wanted to mention but didn't think it was important enough. So if you happen to see my video I uploaded a couple days ago titled, Players Beware, Rockstars Are Squares, which, by the way, real quickly, I'd like to thank everybody who did see that video, liked, commented, and of course, viewed it. We're almost at 10,000 views on that video. Then you may have remembered the 3 glitches I talked about in that video. Well, there was one more bug or problem in the game that I wanted to mention in that video, but we didn't have enough evidence at the time to actually prove that it was a problem in the game. Basically, whenever we talk about issues like this, these issues are basically with only a minority of the player base. However, this glitch that I'm going to be talking about in particular was with a minority so small, no one would really notice it anyway. And that specific group of players that this glitch could happen to are the players that come into GTA Online and they like to do CEO crates. That's right, everyone, we're talking about the CEO crate warehouse Ghost Raid glitch. Because originally I thought that this glitch was going to be experiencing with only a small minority of people who it already could happen to, on top of the fact that it was a glitch that nobody was ever going to notice. But oh boy, right when I start thinking, I'm not going to cover this glitch at all, there was a lot of people who were bringing this up in my comment section of that video. Unfortunately, I couldn't find those comments that did bring it up, but I do specifically remember the people who did comment them. So I'm sorry that I don't have your comment on screen, but just keep in mind, I did see your comments basically telling me that this glitch was still in the game. And like I said, I basically did want to cover it in my previous video. However, I wasn't thinking about it at the time. So again, this is why we're going to be talking about it today, because I actually experienced that glitch on Gilly Master's live stream last night. And I have that clip on screen right now of what happened. And as you can see, I'm riding around with one of his moderators in chat as we were in the lobby. He wanted to play, some free mode stuff. It's Monday. He likes to go in lobbies and kind of just, fuck around and do whatever he wants, right? As you can see on screen, I get a message that basically tells me the warehouse raid is over, all returned stock will be there. And at first I was confused, because at first I thought the notification was for a raid that was basically in the process of beginning, until I read it again and I was like, oh god, the ghost raid glitch happened to me. But before we go any further with explaining any other kind of issues with it, let me explain why this glitch is detrimental. This glitch, minus the fact that it already doesn't tell you your CEO crate warehouses are getting raided, this glitch can happen to you even if you're not a CEO. If you pay attention to the gameplay right here, you can see that I'm just a regular, naked GTA Online character. I'm not registered to SecuroServe, and I'm not even registered as an MC President. I'm just a regular player, as if I just spawned into the session. So this was why it was already a problem for me. Because not only is it already a problem that we don't know that the warehouse raids are happening, my apologies, but it can also happen to you when you're not in a CEO, and that is detrimental to players who aren't aware of this glitch. Now, like I said before, if you don't do CEO crates a lot, this glitch is probably not going to affect you whatsoever. But if you are basically the few majority of people who in the last, months ever since the Criminal Enterprises DLC that came out, who like to go over there every in-game day and request your NPC, characters to basically go and get more crates for you, which is what I did to get all those crates, then this is going to be a big problem for you. So what are some things that you can do to actually prevent this from happening to you? The first thing that you can do is, well, the big and obvious one, which is just to stop doing CEO crates until this is actually patched. But something I have noticed with the large warehouses in particular is if you want to prevent raids from happening, period, do not get over 70 crates in your warehouse. This is something that a lot of players have brought to my attention. Even, people in the GTA Online community have stated that if you don't want this to happen to you, then don't give your warehouse the ability to have raids in the first place. So for large warehouses, that's going to be 70 crates. Now, what's the minimum threshold for the other 2 warehouses, the small and mediums? Unfortunately, I don't have those answers for you because I haven't used any small or medium warehouses while this glitch was in effect, but I do know that people do still own them. But if you want my advice, I would suggest not putting crates in those warehouses, period. But like I said before, the biggest reason why this glitch is already a problem is even if there isn't a whole ton of people who do CEO crates, imagine putting in 5 to 6 hours of effort collecting, those 3 crates, per mission, and then all of a sudden you get a ghost raid that steals basically half of your stock, and you can't do anything about it. It's one thing if you're just like me, where all you pretty much did to get the crates were just go up to the NPCs, spend the 8 grand basically for them to source cargo for you, you'd wait for it to come back, and then it just sits there. That's different because, in my opinion, you really aren't putting that much into it, especially if you're making back your money every single day in the game. You're really not losing anything apart from just, I guess, your time, even if you're not the one necessarily getting them. But if you are somebody who does CEO crates either often or just likes to collect them in the first place, then this is detrimental to you. So like I said, for my advice, I personally recommend not doing them at all, but if you are going to do them, I would say, of course, to stay under the 70 crate limit on large warehouses, and then just don't even fill up your small or medium warehouses. But that's not the only issue I want to bring up. I also want to bring up another issue with the CEO crate warehouses when it comes to the sell missions in the game. That's right, we're going to be talking about the dreaded old Titan glitch. But what is the Titan glitch for those of you that don't know what the glitch is? Basically, it's a glitch that, to this day, people still think only happens with the Titan cell mission and the Cuban plane cell mission when you have multiple drops to make around the map. Most commonly with the ones where it's, 10 drops around the map with your planes, and it can even happen on smaller sales where you only have 6. And for a long time, players thought, especially, big GTA YouTubers thought, that this glitch was only possible with the, cell missions for the Cuban plane and the Titan. But in the same live stream with Gillymaster last night, we actually proved that it can happen with the Brickade cell missions as well. Specifically the Brickade cell missions where you have individual drops that you have to drive to. So not the ones where you have to use Trackify to get to one location, or get to one location and then you have to shoot at a bunch of guys and then the mission's over. Those missions are not affected by this glitch. Basically, any CEO crate cell mission where you have to make multiple drops in the same vehicle, that mission is subject to this glitch. What basically happens is you will basically hit right on the D-pad to drop your crates, and then you'll hear the noise that a crate dropped, but then nothing will happen. And basically from that point, you can either do one of two things. You can either wait the 30 minutes and have all your crates be returned, or like most people, you're just going to close your application, lose 3 crates, get them back, and start the cell mission over again.
Raccoon, see if you can drop it. This is why we don't do. This is why I never mess with special crates. All the cell missions are bugged. Even the ground mission has the same issue. Well, does the other drop work? Damn, you're just gonna blow it up like that?
But again, I have to ask, Rockstar, it's one thing for you to not have the glitch patch with the ghost raids because it's fairly new, even though it has been out for 6 months. Players just haven't reported on it for, a decent amount of time. But the Titan glitch, as people are going to call it, has been in the game for 6.5 years, ever since Further Adventures in Finance and Felony has been added into the game. And even recently, The Professional even uploaded a video of the top 5 most annoying glitches that still aren't patched in the game. Like, he's still complaining about it to this day, even after he sent in a support ticket with a Rockstar insider who said, word for word, that this glitch is a known issue in the game and it's still not fixed. You've got to be kidding me. I mean, it's one thing, like I said before, when you have a glitch that's only been in for not even a year because people haven't reported on it enough. But that Titan glitch has been in the game for 6.5 years and it's still not patched. And honestly, when they don't patch glitches like this, or even, bring mention to it, or even do an attempt to fix these glitches, it makes me lose more and more respect for them by the day. My respect is already very low for them, and the only reason I still have it is because they still make great games, like Red Dead 2, and all the GTA games as such. Rockstar still make great games, but all the decisions that they're making in GTA Online because it's benefiting their wallet, from shark card sales, or just choosing not to fix things that are such easy to fix in the game, it honestly just makes me lose more and more respect for them by the day. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up here, folks. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time.